Stardew Valley is genuinely one of the best games ever made. I know the term cozy game likes to get thrown around, but this is the cozy game. There's so much to do and so much to see. You can start a brand new playthrough and still feel like you're experiencing the game for the first time. All this to say, I love this game. Anytime I go without uploading, it's safe to assume it's because I'm probably playing Stardew Valley. Talking about the lack of uploads, I know it's been a while, but don't worry. To make it up for the past few months, we're sent to you set number 77226, Pierre's General Store and Harvey's Clinic. The set includes 1,340 pieces and 5 minifigures of some of the characters from the game. So with all that said, hold on to your Junimos and let's go through this set, starting with Starting us off, we have probably one of the most hated characters from the game, Pierre, and I wholeheartedly agree. I know he's a struggling business owner and all, but this dude is just straight up greedy and dishonest. Rant aside, Pierre is a pretty simple figure, using dual molded legs with printing for his shoes. This along with a neutral expression and an alternate happier expression. Finally, he would use the BTS hairpiece to bring the figure together, overall capturing that greedy, selfish, manipulative look. On the complete opposite side, we have Caroline, who is one of the kindest and most supportive characters in the game. Personally, I think it's a fun juxtaposition to have her married to one of the greediest men in town, but I think that's just me. She would use dual molded legs, with some printing for her shoes and some shorts. Instead of printing on her skirt, I decided to give her the existing Minnie Mouse skirt piece to add some extra detail. This along with some dual molded arms to represent her sleeves, as well as a happy expression and an alternate cheerful expression, using the Lex Murphy hairpiece to tie the whole thing together. Kinda simple, but I like the way she turned out looking. Next up is probably one of my favorite bachelorettes in the game, Abigail. I mean, what else is there to say? She's got such a fun personality, and don't even get me started on her love for adventure. She's so nice, and I think her heart events are really wholesome. Abby would use dual molded legs with some printing for her boots. This along with some matching hip and torso printing for her jacket, and some blank printed arms to represent her sleeves, having a neutral expression and an alternate, more cheerful expression, as well as a new dual molded hairpiece with her bow, as there wasn't an existing one that fit her. Finally, she would come with the existing sword piece as her accessory, making for probably one of the best figures I made for the set. Next up, we have Harvey. Low-key one of the most forgettable bachelors from the game. Like, I couldn't even name you one of his heart bends from memory, even if my life depended on it. Well, apart from the airplane one, but like, everybody knows that one. Harvey would use dual molded legs, with printing for his shoes, as well as a happy expression, and an alternate, even happier expression, which is probably how he feels after taking my items when I die in this cold cavern. Like, you did not have to take my stack of 999 iridium ore, dude. Using a new, modified version of the BVS Superman hair, as there wasn't an existing one that fit him. Don't have anything else to say about this, I just like the way the figure looks. Finally, we have one of the more overlooked bachelorettes in the game. Like, the more I look, the more I realize there's not that much Maru love in the community. Sure, her heart events aren't that interesting compared to the others, but she's still a great character with a compelling story. Now, whenever you visit the clinic in the game, Maru has her nurse uniform on, so it looks like her casual outfit will have to wait for another day. Nurse Maru would use dual molded legs with printing for her shoes. Like Caroline, instead of printing on the skirt, I decided to give her a skirt piece, in this case being the existing troll skirt piece, to add some extra detail. This along with some dual molded arms to represent her sleeves. This along with a neutral expression and an alternate cheerier expression, as well as a modified version of the existing bob cut hairpiece with a dual molded hat on top, as there wasn't an existing one that fit her. At the end of the day, I think I was able to recreate her outfit really well. Now that we're done with the figures, I think it's finally time we cover the actual set. The build would be separated into two main buildings, Pierre's general store and Harvey's clinic. I try to be as accurate as possible to the in-game look, including every tiny detail I could find. Pierre's would have the community board outside the house, with the calendar and everything, as well as the store sign, and the second floor balcony. Similarly, the clinic would have these two identical flowers at the entrance, and this Geneva Convention Save sign. Now, the most annoying part for both builds had to be those roofs. I could not figure them out for the life of me. Still though, I feel like I really got them down in the end. Originally, I was going to include a large portion of the sidewalk, but in the end, I decided to just include these small sections of it, allowing for the carpet outside of Pierre's and the lamp at the front of the clinic to attach like in the game. Taking a look at the inside of the builds, unlike my past sets, this one would have a hollow back, allowing for easy access to the inside of the set. Now, even in-game, these buildings make no logical sense, so I had to take some creative liberties to try to stay as accurate to the game as possible. Starting with Pierre's, there would be two floors, with the first floor being the actual store, having multiple shelves, a large carpet, and a checkout counter with a plant and one of the backpack upgrades from the game. There would also be some jumper plates on the floor for Pierre to attach to behind the counter. The second floor would be Abigail's room, which would include her bed, her TV, and console, where you play Journey of the Prairie King together. This along with another carpet, a lamp, and her spirit board, as well as a couple of drawers holding various things from a plant, David, and even some quartz and amethyst for her to nibble on. Finally, there would be a pumpkin behind her bed, as a reference to one of her favorite gifts. Moving on to the clinic, there would also be two floors. Well, kinda. This is the most boring of the two builds, as I couldn't include that much of the in-game interior due to the size limitations. The first floor would be the reception of the clinic, with a desk, a plant, and some patient files. The second floor would be a lot simpler, just consisting of Harvey's room, if you can even call it that. There was only enough room to fit his bed up there, as well as this tiny brick-built airplane, as a reference to his love for aviation. Also, I forgot to mention this, but the set would be in the same vein as the modular line, allowing you to detach the different floors and buildings to rearrange them to fit your needs. Compared to my past sets, this was probably one of the simpler ones I've had to design. Still, that doesn't mean I'm not as proud of the outcome as the others though. Sure, the set is a bit piece heavy, but I think I did an amazing job bringing this iconic location to life in Lego form. Well, there you go. That's all the builds and minifigures from Stardew Valley that I was able to make for this custom set. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider tilling that subscribe button and leaving a like, as it helps out the channel a lot. Always have a great day, and remember to stay awesome and creative. See ya! And hey, if you're interested in indie properties, consider checking out the videos listed on screen right now. On your left, you can find my video based on Bendy and the Ink Machine, if you're more of a psychological horror kind of guy. On the right, you can find my Doki Doki Literature Club video. As always, take care, and I'll see you fellow Lego enjoyers next time.